Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. What? Oh, what?
Oh.
Hey, matey. I'm on shore leave. Would you like a little bit of companionship?
No. No. I would not. I would not. Thank you.
My basket.
Is that your purse?
Yeah.
How's it going, my little sailor?
Sailor Day. Hello, and welcome to What's for Dinner, the cooking show that brings you this. No. I'm Ken Kostick.
And I'm Mary Jo Eustace, and Ken's absolutely right. I guess it's a nautical day here on What's for Dinner.
No, it's not. It's a beef day.
It's a total beef day, so why are you dressed up like this fruity sailor guy? What's going on?
I would not be talking fashion if I was you.
You look like a hood ornament for a car. Look at you.
Hey. I would not be talking fashion if I was you. Please, Removio, over here, please. Okay.
I like to wear a tracksuit with a pump.
Yeah, a tracksuit.
Look at this.
Shoes.
You look at
what?
Penny. Look at you.
What?
Look what you're wearing.
At least it matches.
Voulez-vous sauter avec moi?
Okay.
I don't think so.
I think you should tell the viewers what you're going to do
I
on
am
this
so
show.
excited about my delicious dish. I'm going to be making a peanut beef satay with tomatoes and other vegetables. So this is very exciting stuff here on What's for Dinner. What are you making, my little sailor?
I brought in some vegetables.
You did, sir.
And I'm going to be doing a gumbo soup.
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh, boy, this is really special today.
Excellent.
And I think, to surprise the viewers, I'm going to go to the fridge and see what's in the fridge.
And you got some action over there, too.
But
you don't know what that is, do you?
Haven't a clue.
Haven't a clue. So if you want to pick up that pen, I'll give you the ingredients to this absolutely delicious beef satay dish.
What's wrong with my outfit?
You require, we're going to talk later, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 small shallots, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 1/4 cup of chopped fresh basil, 1/4 cup of chopped fresh coriander, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, half a teaspoon of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of peanuts, half a teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 pounds of sirloin steak cut into 1 by 2 inch cubers, 1 fennel bulb sliced, 20 cherry tomatoes, and 6 to 8 wooden skewers. Doesn't that sound absolutely delicious, ma'am? Sir, whatever that is. Gosh, it's anybody's guess at this point, isn't it?
What?
Kenny. Oh, my goodness gracious. Now, what I'm going to do...
It shows me muscles.
It does, but yeah, it really shows your body proportions in a whole different way.
It's holding everything in here, let me tell you. You can count the change in my pocket.
You got no waist, sweetie.
I
no
don't?
waist and no neck. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I'm going to be doing is I've got all my delicious ingredients here, and I'm going to do them in the food processor.
Right.
And I'm going to take half of it and marinate my meat, and I'm going to take the other half, and that's going to be my sauce.
Ooh, I got to get started.
So I'm being very resourceful today. Okay.
Oh, it's hard to bend over in these.
Oh. Kenny?
Yeah?
Have you been hanging out at some ports of call, dear?
We won't go there.
Let's not go there. Don't want to know about that action.
The first thing I'm going to do is make my roux, because a gumbo requires a proper roux. A proper roux. Look at that.
I know. What?
That worked. So,
Proper roux.
and how you make a proper roux
Here's my spot. How?
is you put a little bit of oil in, well, quite a bit of oil, actually, and then add your flour, and you mix it in well. And the darker the flour gets, the stronger the roux is going to be. There you go. Ha, ha. Ha, ha.
So the darker the roux, like the more intense your flavor is what you want to say. Totally there.
You got it.
Sailor boy. Oh, my little sailor boy. Kenny?
Yeah?
I need to get to my food processor, and you're bugging me up here, sir. I got to get over there.
Bugging you up?
You're bugging me up here. I got to get into my food processor. So I've got my basil and my coriander, and we're going to put this in there. And what's this action here that I've got here?
Yeah?
Well, this is probably soy sauce, so I'm going to put that in. And my garlic and my peanuts.
You know, Mary
And
Jo,
my brown sugar.
it might be an idea sometime to read the recipe just before you come on the show.
I do read it before I come on the show, unlike some of us who read it on the show for the first time. Like, why couldn't we have a bit more sugar? What's that action there?
It's not a big budget show,
Okay,
sweetie.
so we're cutting back on the sugar, so we'll put that in there. And I'm going to give this a twirl-a-roo. But you know
We're
what?
cutting down on calories, dear.
You know what I'm going to do? Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm making a bit of an executive decision here.
Yes.
I'm going to put in a bit more liquid, some olive oil, and I'm going to get a little stock from the fridge to beef up our sauce.
Very good idea.
Is that
Very
a good idea?
Now, I'm not going to leave this spot because that, I got to tell you something. You headed out to the fridge without telling me. We can't leave this spot alone. Alone.
Sorry. Sorry,
How
Kenny.
many shows have you done,
honey,
dear?
I'm sorry. Ah! Move. Don't be aggravating me today, okay? Do you hear what I'm saying?
You messed my hair.
I messed your hair. Okay, here we go.
I'm going over there
I'm
now.
talking. You could replace the fennel with a red onion. Might be a really nice substitution, I'm thinking.
Now, this dish, this gumbo, is a wonderful, wonderful meal. Okay? Okay, are you finished now?
Yeah, I'm done now. My
Okay.
sauce is done beautifully.
And it is a little bit messy because we're using 2 pots today. I'm using this one to do the roux, and I'm going to use this one.
Okay, I'm just over here to get, oh, my meat, all right.
We are using this one here. I'm going to use a wok to do the Trinity. And the Trinity in New
It's actually
Orleans.
green peppers and onions and celery, so it's a really cool thing. It's like a very spiritual, lots of history behind it. Okay, I'm gonna. What?
I was supposed
is there
to
a
do
problem
that.
there?
I'm doing the soup.
Oh.
Kenny is on the soup.
I thought it was Sailor
Kenny's-
Boy. Decide who you
Sailor
are.
Boy.
Sailor Boy.
Bye-bye
Okay.
to you, dear.
Where's my?
And you're my olive oil, if you know what I mean.
I get your engine going.
You know what? You're starting to look good to me.
Uh-oh, and if I'm looking good today in this action,
There's a problem.
there's a big problem.
Very
now, what
big
I'm going to do,
problem.
which is totally cool, I've got a little board here that I'm going to put on top of my big board so I can use it again, and I'm going to cube my beef. Oh, my gosh, this is a lot
Okay.
of beef.
In goes the flour.
Lots of beef.
And
Right.
the one thing you have to do when you're making your roux.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm saying everything with rhymes today.
I know you are. The one thing you got to do when you're making your roux
Is stand here. You can't be leaving the stove.
No, you can't, can you?
No. And as I said, the darker the roux, the stronger the flavor in the gumbo is going to be.
Right on, sister. Sister Sledge. Okay, I'm cubing up my beef, and I'm going to marinate my beef in my sauce, and then I'm going to save half for my sauce. Now, before we go to the break, I'd like to ask my little sailor, that's you,
Yeah.
a trivia question.
Yes,
How does
ask
that
me.
sound? Kenny, when you reach for your pistou, what are you reaching for? And name 3 ingredients in
Excuse
it.
me?
When you're reaching for your pistou, name 3 ingredients that you're reaching for. Do you know this?
I do.
I think you might know this.
I do.
You hunk. You hunk, I said it. See you in a minute on What's for Dinner. It's so exciting.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh, hello, and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I was
Ew.
looking for a can of spinach.
Ew.
Found chutney instead.
Oh, so we're going to use some chutney there?
I think so.
My little sailor. Oh, those pants. Who sold you those?
What?
Where'd you get those from?
What?
I don't know. Hey, can I?
I think they're rather attractive.
Do you really?
Yeah. Now, I want to talk about my roux.
Well, you can't because I'm going to re-ask you the trivia question. My good little friend, Ken Kostick. Kenny, reach for your pea stew and tell me, please, the 3 ingredients in pea stew.
Well, peas, of course.
Of course, peas.
Yes. And some onion.
Of course.
And just a little bit of basil.
Wrong. Pea stew is something that you put in a French soup that's like a pesto. So you're wrong. You're so wrong.
I can't believe it.
You're wrong.
Look at my roux.
Beautiful.
It's done, and I've removed it because I don't want it to get any darker than this.
No, because it's
Look at
got a good enough tan already.
That's right.
Good one, eh? Now,
Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is my Trinity. And the Trinity in
It's a
New
green
Orleans.
pepper, celery, and onion. It's actually the basis of all gumbos and soups. Like, it's really an integral part of their cooking. What did I say? Was there something
Why
that I...
can't I ever finish a sentence?
I'm sorry. I thought your mind was still in all those ports of calls that you visited
Yes.
on your travels there. Did
Well,
you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of ports of calls.
Interesting.
Yes.
So what were you saying?
The Trinity is green pepper,
Oh, that's a problem. Even
orange,
I know that.
no, green pepper, onion, and celery. There we go.
That's a problem.
And you know,
There, I'm just
Southern
gonna do that.
cooking
I'm just going to do that then. I think I feel comfortable with doing
consists of using all of the ingredients that you have left over. So in a gumbo, nothing is sacred.
that. Honey, you got some stuff burning over there. I don't know what that is. You might
Whoa.
want to address that issue.
Whoa, okay, just a minute. Let me just chop
Okay,
this up. I'm
okay.
all ready.
Okay, I'm going to stand back because I don't want to
Okay.
get any of that on my face. My face
And
is
I'm
my
going
fortune.
to... That face is your
Yeah?
fortune?
Yeah.
Boy,
Oh, dear.
there we go.
Excellent. Now, I'm just skewering my beef and my tomato and my fennel, and I soaked my skewers in water so they won't burn on the Barbie. And I'm going to bust a move out to the barbecue soon and get grilling.
You're going to bust a move in those tights?
I know, it's not going to be pretty, but I'm going out there. Oh, my beef smells very good. Very proud of my beef today. And I had a little bit of an accident with my skewer. It broke, but I didn't panic. And I'm just going to have a small, this will be yours. That'll be yours.
I'll go for it.
Because that just about says it all, doesn't it?
Excuse me.
What? That I was resourceful. What?
I resent that.
Oh, my gosh.
What do I look like?
I just had, like, were you in a disco video in the 70s? Doing the splits on some, I've seen you before.
Gene Kelly. I remind you of Gene Kelly.
Debbie Reynolds, I think.
Gene Kelly. I'm going to do something for you.
Okay, I'm not going to look. Is that okay? 'Cause
You've
I'm-
got to look. I am going to do something for you. In this outfit, remember Gene Kelly was dancing with the little cartoon character? He
Right.
was tap dancing. Watch this.
It's great, Ken.
So, what do you think?
Oh my gosh. Michael Jackson, look out.
You didn't think I could do that.
No, you've got a lot of rhythm.
I have rhythm.
You do?
Babe.
Okay, I'm still skewering. And you know what? I'm making a decision. If I'm working with fennel again, I'm not going to use the wooden skewer. I'm going to use a metal because sometimes the fennel is a hard, tough vegetable, and it breaks my skewer, and I don't like that one little bit.
No, you don't.
Quite
No.
frankly.
So what I'm doing here in this gumbo is I'm sautéing my Trinity.
Oh, you're yelling.
And then I'm going to add the Trinity to the roux, add the soup stock, and start it up.
Oh, that sounds really good.
And you know, today we're using shrimp in this gumbo, but if you wanted to, you could use other ingredients like chicken or ham. Sometimes they put in it.
Would be good.
But today, the shrimp is not peeled, and I'm going to leave the shells on.
Okay.
Because when you leave the shells on, it adds more flavor. And you know what? Being the sailor man I am.
That you obviously aren't.
I shopped for those shrimp myself. Or I went fishing for those shrimp
Oh,
myself.
okay. Whatever. That sounds great. Whatever you just said, I think you're absolutely right.
Okay.
That sounds good to me, sir. Now, as you can see, I've saved half my sauce, and I'm going to have that later after our beef is done, and then people will have the option of putting the sauce, some more sauce. I'm going to heat it up a bit back on their beef. So that's a good idea, don't you think?
Very good idea.
Thank you so much, Kenny K. Now, I think I'm going to be heading out to the barbecue to get this action started. Another piece of beef, another tomato,
Yeah.
and I'm off. Here I go. No close-up on the pants, please. Okay, I've taken enough ribbing.
Yeah, do a close-up on the pants.
Like Mrs. Roper gone horribly wrong, don't you think? At least I've got my teeth in. Okay, here I am, outside at my beautiful barbecue, and it's all sparked up, and I'm going to get these on the grill. This is Kenny's. I'm going to put that on, put these on. These are going to be absolutely delicious, and they'll probably take about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how you like your beef, like so. I'm going to close my barbecue, and I'm going to march back in and help my little friend doing whatever he's doing in here. I'm not exactly sure.
What?
I'm back.
Working on my gumbo.
Okay. Excellent.
You know, every time I go to New Orleans, every single day for lunch, I have a gumbo. Can't
Do
help
ya?
it.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to take the rest of my vegetables and put them in with my beef and my leftover marinade, and I'm going to use that, you know, on the barbecue. Now, I feel a tip of the day. Thank you so much, JF. And I'm going to read this delicious, wonderful, fabulous tip. 1 serving of sirloin steak has 15% less cholesterol than an equal serving of skinless chicken. Did you know
Yes.
that? That's excellent, because I
Yes.
love beef, so it's nice to have beef, to have a variety in your diet.
I have beef at least a couple times a week.
That's how you stay so robust, sir.
Full figured.
Full figured, yeah, and those pants, yeah. Okay, I'm cleaning up a little bit. And what's this action here you've got going there? What are you doing with that?
Okay, you can help me with that.
Okay.
I'm just going to add in the garlic into my soup stock that has the roux in it.
All right.
And add in the vegetables. But if you can help me chop those vegetables.
Yeah, I will. Don't panic. What's it for? What's it for?
I'm getting very excited here.
Yeah, you are.
It's for some noodles. I'm gonna use this wok to stir fry some noodles for us.
Are you really? Okay, so I'll just cube them up for you. Would that be good? I think I'll get the viewer mail. Excellent.
You just said you were gonna help me, Mary Jo.
I'm gonna help you, but I think I'm gonna read the viewer mail first just because I feel like it.
Okay.
Dear Mary Jo and Ken. Hi, my name is Joanne Robinson, and I'm a 38-year-old mother with a 9-year-old son. You guys have the best cooking show on TV. You two seem to have a lot of fun with each other. Are you married, Mary Jo? What nationality is your last name? And Ken, are you married? So we might want to
address those issues?
Yeah.
First of all, we are not married.
We're not together.
Trust me. I can't believe how many people ask us that question.
Well, I think after the show, it's very, very clear that we're not together.
In this outfit?
Yeah, we're not together.
No.
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 Yes, I am married, very happily married, of course. And Ken is considering that option. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Do you like that?
Well, I'm not married, but I've been in a relationship for a very long time. So, in a way, I'm married.
You are married.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's true.
I'm a taken man, so to speak.
So to speak. Now, what did you want me to do again? You wanted me to cube up these vegetables for you?
Please,
And we're doing
please.
sort of a pad thai thing, aren't we?
Yeah, because, you know, you can buy these noodles. I bought these noodles in the local supermarket, and they're already done. They're already prepackaged and done. So this recipe virtually takes minutes to do.
Like it's totally easy, like something as exotic as a pad thai.
Did I get some on my jeans?
Yeah, you did. You have the noodles ready to go, and then you throw the ingredients in you want and some peanut sauce. So this is totally, what are you looking at?
I can't take my eyes off you.
And I really can't take my eyes off that. When we get back from the break, we're going to pull it all together here on
What's for Dinner?
Hello, and welcome back to What's for Dinner. I'm just taking it easy out here by the barbecue because Kenny in those white pants, he just tired me out today. So I'm just turning my little beef brochettes and having a quiet time on my own. What are you doing, sir?
I'm just finishing off my gumbo. I've added in my dry sherry, cayenne pepper, the oregano, and the thyme. In goes the shrimp. Oh, doesn't that look wonderful? I'm very proud of my gumbo. And in goes the rice. We have another 5 minutes, and this is going to be done. Whoa, wonderful.
It smells really good.
Then the next thing I'm going to do, I've started started to saute my vegetables. I'm going to add in my pre-cooked noodles. There we go. I just rinsed them off at the sink. And I'm going to mix that around.
Kendall.
Yes?
Kendall, do you want to start handing me some stuff so I can put it on the table there?
I'm stir-frying, but what do you want?
I don't want to walk over there. I'm tired. Hand me some stuff.
What do you want?
The stuff.
Just a minute. I've just got to cook it first.
Give me the chips. I want the chips.
Okay, the chips and the dipping sauce.
I want the chips. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
I'm hungry.
You're in a bad mood today.
I'm not. I'm in a good mood. I'm just a bit hungry now. I'm going to start removing my delicious brochettes from the barbecue. Don't those look good? Put those on our platter. Here's Kenny's. Saved it for him. So we're going to have dinner soon. What's up, sir?
Okay. I'm just going to add in a little bit of peanut sauce that I bought at the store and a little bit of that chutney that I took down before to add some flavor here. A little extra zest. Mix that all around.
You see, if you hadn't talked so much, Kenny, you would have had these done already, sailor boy.
What?
You were a bit of a chatty Cathy and you didn't get any of your dishes done.
No, you know what it was? The pants were too tight.
Too tight, cutting off the circulation.
Okay.
Hand me the noodles.
Here you go. They are looking good. I'm just going to put some sesame seeds on top, black sesame seeds.
Come out here right now, my little sailor. Just get out here. That's all I can say.
I'm going to bring the soup. Here's the soup.
Bring the soup. I'm going to recap out here on the deck. We've got our noodles. We've got our delicious brochettes. He's bringing his soup out. Look at him scurrying in those little white pants. Is that not frightening?
That is a scary sight.
Put it on the table. Thanks so much for tuning in to What's for Dinner. Come here, my little sailor. Let's say goodbye to our faithful viewers.
Get in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans, matey.
Oh, gee whiz. And we'll see you next time here on What's for Dinner.
Bye-bye.
Take care.